15, Steelers versus the Colts. So Indianapolis is favored by 2.5 points, and I'm going to take Indianapolis. So I'm not going to lie to you, Indianapolis, I think for much of the season, they just give me this feeling of not really being a solid team. Yet when you look at the win loss, they're actually, not too bad. They're not great. They're better than mediocre, but they're less than good. I don't know what that makes them. And Pittsburgh really is I'd say they're mediocre and they're certainly not better than mediocre. The model is saying that it's pretty much even up until you get to the Bayesian correction, and it gives just a slight advantage to Indianapolis in that case, which when I also take in consideration the fact that the Pittsburgh quarterback situation just really looks rather dire to me, and I look at not the Indianapolis. I think Gardner Minshew is a really good backup, and I think around they've had some other injury issues with running game, so on and so forth. They they've got their ups and downs. Both of these teams do. So we'll see how that works out. But when you look at the last few games, I mean, Pittsburgh looked really bad against both New England and Arizona. They somehow managed to beat a Cincinnati team 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, whatever that turns out to be. So again, it's kind of hard to look at some of the previous games. But when you look at the raw stats, it's saying that it should be even, but the model has been under or over predicting both of these teams, and then when it corrects for it, it's looking like Indianapolis has a slight advantage. So then when we go to the performance charts over here, they look pretty similar overall. So when you look at the overall running and passing games between the two teams, they look pretty even. And again, when you look at the model's projected point numbers, that's when you kind of see, oh, okay, that I would expect the scores to look pretty equal in that way. Definitely has some more explosion over here with Indianapolis. I think that can make a big difference. And quite frankly, of late, I think the Pittsburgh offense has been looking just less capable. Their offensive line has been looking like it's been struggling. They've given up sacks quite a bit. Both the teams overall, I would say, seem to be about the same things when it comes to their interceptions and turnovers. So, but the explosiveness and you do see a slight advantage over here for Pittsburgh and the running. Again, a slight. You see some of that capability. Looks like they might be able to run more against an Indianapolis defense. So, when you balance those out, but again, when you look at the last few weeks of how they've been playing, and particularly just with the quarterback situation, I think Indianapolis is in a better place, and it should be an interesting game to watch because both of these teams are on that outer fringe of the playoff bubble, which can make these really fun games to watch. So anyhow, if you like what you listen to, click like and subscribe. And if you've got a question or comment, drop me a note.